Hello everyone, Vicki Achard here with Nature's Best Art. Thank you for joining me today. Today I'm calling this watercolor Valentine Day cards and a wooden heart gift. I have a lot of things on my desk, so let's get right to it. I made these little cards, you know those kind of cards that you give everybody in the classroom and they're just one card, you know, nothing to open, but just a card. And so I'm gonna make, actually I've just made this one and then this one. We're going to talk a little bit about these, but I'm going to make them for 8 of my grandchildren and 2 of my great-grandchildren. And so let's get started. So what we're going to do is we're going to make the hearts out of stickers, because I got a lot of stickers that I want to use up. Did you ever have a lot of stickers that you wanted to use up? I would do them on watercolor. This is on watercolor paper, and it's on Strathmore, the 400 series. It's the brown cover. I like that better than the yellow Strathmore series, the 300, I think it's called, 300 series. And so I use the Strathmore because it's cheaper than Arches. Arches is what I use for my fine art, but the Strathmore is a more low cost, you know, paper, and it's just wonderful for these kind of projects. So let me just talk a little bit about this. Was my first one. See, here it is here. Can you see that up close? There we are. And then this was my first one. What I did though is I made a little mistake on the balloons. I was gonna, you know, put like, you know, black around them, you know, with my pen, but I didn't want to do that with this one because I messed up a bit and it didn't work very well. The other thing is, if you do this, make your strings close together where your little bow is going to be, because I put them too far out and it just didn't look right. And then I thought I was going to put like hearts around here. These are watercolor hearts, but I thought it looked a little too crowded. So I like this simple one. So we're going to do it like this. Okay, let's get started. Valentine's coming up really quick. It's this Friday. I think I'm going to use this Micron 8. I'm going to start out by the P is about the center. So I'm going to visualize the A and the H. I'm going to put the H here. It's a really nice sunny day today. Okay, and then I'm going to put the Valentines right below it. And then if you do this, you know, if you write this, just do your best you can. And then day. Okay, good. All right, now I'm going to put my little hearts. These little hearts that I'm going to put in on, they're from Cradology. I had this book for a long time, and I'm getting down to the end of it, and so I want to use them up. You know how that goes. I'm going to put this over here. Grab some over here. Let's see, I'll grab these two, I guess. All right. They're all different sizes and shapes and colors. A lot of them are like this mauve color or the pink. Some of them have a lot of silver on them. Just anywhere you want. They're so cute though. I'll put one down here, or maybe up here, like. There we go. All right, now I want to take my watercolor paints. I think I'm going to use my permanent rose, which is right here. you know what? Instead of a number 6, oh my goodness, I grabbed a number 6. I'm going to grab this number 2 liner brush by Mimic by Creative Mark. It doesn't look like it's going to come to a point. You see all the hairs that they're sticking out, but when I put it in the water, it does. So it works, you know, really well. All right. I'm going to put a little bit more color of that permanent rose in here. I don't want too much water. Okay. All right, let's bring our heart strings down. Now when you do the strings, you can go kind of bring them like that, and then bring them in the middle together. Like that. Good. That's the one thing I didn't do last time. I didn't bring them together, because when you put your bow there, you want to make it look like they're together. Now, I'm going to put, like, you know how hearts have a little, or I mean the balloons, well, these are balloons. They have a little, like, knot at the end, right? To hold the air in. So that's what I'm going to paint here. Okay, good. Okay, I'm going to dry that. If you want to put your sound down when I do the dryer, you can. I'll try not to talk during the drying time. Okay, I just noticed something. I noticed that these white and pink little balloons are, you know, they're all, these two are like all color, right? And these have a lot of white, which is, you know, not too distinguishable. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get my, I can do this with the micron pen too, or I think I'm going to use my Sharpie. This is a number 8. This is a thinner one. I think I want to do, I'm going to just put little dots. Just so it kind of, you know, the balloon shows up a little bit better. Now this is kind of on slippery, you know, the sticker is slippery. There, doesn't it look better? So I don't know actually how that's going to be. I'm going to dry this just a bit. I don't know if it's going to smear or not. If it smears, then I can, you know, kind of color it in with something else. Maybe I'll, you know, let that dry overnight or something, you know, before I put something on it. Now, let's, actually, I forgot to I wanted some color on here. We're gonna actually, you know, use our micron pen for, you know, down here. But I actually forgot I wanted to put my little bow in paint also first. I think I'll use my number 2 round. So let's do that. Let's make our little bow. Okay, I'm gonna dry this now. Forgot to put the strings on them. My poor little bow. Forgot everything. Okay, there we go. Okay, now let's use our, I could use the micron pen. This is a little, yeah, I guess I'll do that. All right, so I'm gonna outline everything because it's like a pen and watercolor type of thing, and you don't have to go really right on, you know, the fun of using your pen and your watercolors is that you don't have to go directly. I should have probably put that in back. Yeah, that's okay. We're gonna fix it like that, like it has a little highlight there and the little shadow there. Don't have to go directly on the ink. Pen and ink. Okay. All right, then I'm gonna put to do this. I'm gonna use my Sharpie. This number 8 is a little thick. Love, Grandma, and Grandpa. XOXO. Hug, kiss, hug, kiss. There you go. I like it, don't you? I think it's really cute. I like that. Okay, now let's do one more. I think all of these I'm going to put like February 2025, just so if they ever keep this, they'll remember who gave it to them and when they got it from us. Now let me see if this is going to smear a bit. No, it's not smearing. Oh good, maybe because I dried it. Oh good, that is good. All right, let's do one more. Then we'll go on to our other card we're going to do. Okay, now I'm going to do this micron again. I like it for this, but I like to write in the Sharpie because it's a little thinner. Okay, so we're going to, this one, the first P is going to be right here, the A and the H. Now, if you can't see up close enough, you know how to, you know, use your fingers to get it up close, right? I'm so excited. My son is coming and his family from Indiana this weekend. And all my grandchildren are going to be here. And my children also. I have 4 children, 2 boys and 2 girls. And then their spouses, which I love. Now let me see. Let me get some hearts here. This one's a little different. It's kind of reddish. All right, let's try this again here, right there. Okay, and then, you know, we're gonna have my son and daughter-in-law weren't able to come for Christmas, so we're gonna, some of us are gonna exchange, you know, the Christmas presents that we've had for them and they had for us. And then I'm making a Valentine luncheon. Lots of good food. And I have a couple games I think I'm gonna have for the children. So I'm really excited about everything. Now, I noticed that this one I could have maybe made a little bit more mauve instead of just all pink, because I think it's more like mauvish. So this has mauve and red. So I think I'm going to actually go mauve this time. And I am going to make those black dots again. I think that worked really well against the white paper. Just simple to put in, you know. I'm going to have bags for all my grandchildren, you know, and my great-grandchildren. And I'm actually going to have bags for the adults too, you know, as couples. So I got 4 couples. No, 5 couples. Excuse me. 5 couples. All right, now let's see. I'm going to use the mauve. So let's get our liner brush again. And I got, this is actually permanent rose and mauve together. And remember, a couple videos ago, I used this for my big rose that I made, all these colors. I'm still using these colors. I love these colors. So I'm glad to use them. All right, so let's make our strings, which is down here. Or see, it's a little darker pinkish, you know, the mauve. It's so like I'm so tempted to make those strings, you know, like whoa over here and stuff, but I got to put them together. Okay, let's put a little bit more paint on. And then this one. Good. I like it looks like it's almost dancing, doesn't it? And look at the colors, a little bit more mauvier. Of course, you know, because it has mauve in it. Then this one is pink. I like to match colors so much. I just love that. All right, so I am going to be putting my, let's see, no, not with the liner, with the number 2. These little parts here, the balloon that holds a balloon really tight so that the air doesn't come out. Okay. Gotta make it look a little realistic, right? All right, now before I dry it, I'm going to be putting my watercolor. I think that needs some more water, I think. There we go. for my tie here. Makes it look like they're all keeping that all together. Okay, just a little more rounder, I think. Made this a little bigger. There we go. All right, now I'm going to dry this. Okay, now let's take our Sharpie this time instead of the Micron. Let me see if I like this, use this better. Like I say, if you do this, you don't have to go, I think it's even prettier when it, you know, it's more artistic like if you don't go directly. And now I'm going to stop and then I'm going to go like that because of the okay, and then I'm going to make my round, sort of like my knot here. There, see, it's, there you go. How you like that? And then I'm going to put love. Grandma. And Grandpa. Kiss, hug, kiss, hug, hug, kiss, hug. Okay. Well, let's see. I think I want to do the same. I'm just going to go like that a little bit there. Bring that way. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to do the rest off camera. So now I got 3. See, there they are. And the balloons are all different. Kind of like this one where it's like, you know, a little, looks like I put a little red in here, doesn't it? I put a little. But I like the black, because the black and the balloons, because everything else is black. So I'm just going to keep it. You know, if you ponder on this too much, you won't get anything done, right? And they're for children. I'm just going to put them in their bags. Okay, and I probably won't use this one. So I'm glad I got that done. All right, now let's go on to our next card, which is this one here. I got 2 actually stamped that we'll do on camera, because the ink I use is, let me show you, is a VersaFine ink. It's pigment ink, and you have to let it dry. So I did these last night, and I just let them dry overnight. You don't have to leave them dry that long, but that's what I did. And the stamps are clear, and they're from Fiskars, and they're called, let's see here, vintage jars. Fiskars vintage jars. And I'm using this one because I think what I'm wanted to do is make it look like there were these little beautiful little hearts. There's sweethearts in here, and so I thought this one, you know, that maybe look closed and look like there's candies in there. And I'll show you where I got these papers from. They are, let's see, where are those? Okay, papers. These papers. Oh, yes, they're right here. Okay. It's called Sweetheart Day, and I got these from Recollections. I think I got them at Michael's a long time ago, and I wanted to use them up. And they had beautiful, beautiful papers in here. So and I have another one actually. It's called Hello Valentine. Look at these papers. They're just so pretty. And so inside one of these, I think it was this one, the Sweetheart Day, I think, I had it's like see-through. I thought it was so cool. I thought, how am I going to make a card out of that? I got to make a card out of that. The Sweetheart Candies. And then another one that I had in there was this one where it had all these pretty Valentines. I haven't made a card out of that one yet, but that was, I think, pretty too. So I have my little computer, my computer table here. Well, it's on a little bucket type of thing. It's like my little table. I just love it because I have so many things on my table today. Okay, so the stamp that I use, I wanted to show you. In fact, we could actually stamp one. I do have another one cut. So it's, what it is, it's a note card, and it's cut 5.5 by 8.5 wide, and then you score it, you know, with your bone folder or something you have, a pencil or something, a knife maybe, a butter knife, or you can just fold it with your hands. But I do have a bone folder, and that is scored at 4 1/4. Okay. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you how to stamp one, and then I have 2 made, and then we'll finish 2 of them. But I can't show you how to finish one on here because it's so wet. You know, the VersaFine pigment. Now, you know, if you have dye ink, dye dries faster than pigment ink, but I have this, so this is always kind of messy. So what I have is I have wipes, and every time I touch that, look at here, it's on my finger. I wipe it because it's going to probably go on my card somewhere if I don't. So I have these wipes from Costco that my daughter, she buys them for me. And so thank you, Leah. Okay, let's throw this out. We don't need this. Oh, I have my Tim Holtz cutters out here because I hope I don't forget this. I have to cut this corner in order for it to fit the jar. And so what I did last night, let me see if I can, oh yeah, here it is. I made the mistake of, let's see, instead of stamping first, I put this down and I didn't cut it here, which I should have, and then I stamped it. Well, don't do that because I got it off and I stamped it on here, made a big kind of mess. So what I learned is that you stamp it first, and then you cut the strips. And the strips are, let's see here, heart. Let's see, candy and heart paper, almost 2 inches long. Okay, so it's actually almost 2 inches long and almost 1.5 inches wide. In other words, you want to cut it so that it gets inside, you know, this jar, say. And the one I just showed you, I cut it according to these dimensions here. And then I made the mistake too of stamping it on when it, you know, trying to get it around it. But stamp it first, and make sure when you cut this, you cut it a little bit smaller. All right, so let's start stamping. Now, these are clear stamps. So I have a block. This one's called You Are Loved. And what I learned also on my You Are Loved stamp is that don't put too much ink on it, okay? So I want to get it kind of in the middle. So I have a grid here. About right there. And don't put it down too much with this ink. There's a lot of ink on there because it's a good image, isn't it? If you put too much ink and you push it down too much, it's going to smear. There's quite a bit of ink, you know, gives you quite a bit of ink, which I love, you know, but you can't put too much. All right, now for this bigger block, or for my bigger clear stamp, I use this. It's from Fiskars, and I just absolutely love this. Is the video still going? Yeah. Oh, good. Okay, I gotta check it. All right, so this what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna push it down. Like I say, don't put too much in there. I think we can move that. We're kind of done with that. Okay. Okay, we're going to see how that worked. Might be going too careful because I don't want to smear it. All right, and then I want to put this paper down on this side because this might have got some kind of black on it. I don't know. So, all right, and then this we're going to go like this. Don't push it down too much. Okay, and I could have pushed it down a little bit more, but I was being very careful. Now, the parts that didn't get black, I'm going to look at my other one, and you could use your Micron pen, black pen, or your Sharpie, whatever you have, and fill it in. I'm sure, you know, you've done this before if you're a stamper, right? Just fill it in. This I didn't do exactly right, but that's okay. Can make that thicker. There we go. There's always ways that you can fix things. So don't give up on your you know what you've done already. Try to fix things. See how that's filling in real nice for me? Works really well. All right, this goes like this. Okay, I got a little mark there, but that's okay. See, look at it, it just gets all over the place. This black stuff. All right, now, I think this got pretty well here. Yeah. I like the way this looks. I'm gonna just, because this is so thick here, I am going to make that thicker. There, good enough, good enough. All right, so that's how, you know, I stamped it. So let's move on and let's make our 2 cards. I'm excited about these cards because I love ball jar stuff. It's just my thing. All right, I'm gonna put all of this stamping stuff away So we're done with all this. So I really love this, the VersaFine. It gives you a good image every time, but it takes a while to dry, you know, because it's the pigment ink. The dye ink dries faster when you're working with inks. Okay. I think I got everything off of my hands. And then what I did is I cut a strip to go on the side. So we can put that first. And I'll use my ATG gun, my wide ATG gun. I could line it up here on the bottom and put it like that. Or I could put it a little off, and I always like to put it a little off because sometimes when you line it up, it just kind of gives you trouble. So I like to put it about like that, okay? And what I do is I use my card for a guide, okay? So I want to go about like that. Of course, I want my hearts to be pointing this way instead of upside down. Okay. All right, so then I'm going to cut it off. I'm going to turn around and cut it off with my Tim Holtz fussy cut scissors. Okay, there you go. Isn't that pretty? Thought it needed a little something. All right. I'm going to save those. You never know. Now that strip was, it's 2 3/4 by 5 3/16. Okay. Is that right? Wait, white strip. No, I'm sorry. I'm thinking of something else. This strip is it's almost 1 inch by 5 1/2. 1 inch by 5 1/2. Sorry. That was for my, let's see, my other card. My other card. Okay. I have so many notes all around here. Anyway, but you got the gist. Okay, now let's start out by cutting this because I didn't cut this before and I should have. So you know what? I'm just going to eyeball it. I probably shouldn't eyeball it. Maybe I could put a little, I don't know if this will give me a little mark here. Pencil, yeah, it does a little bit. Oh, good. All right, so I'm going to cut it like that. Let's see if I like that. Perfect. Excuse me. I see that I'm going to have to cut it all around just a little bit. And if I get it off a little, it's okay. All right. Good, and I'll show you, I'll hold it up so you can see it better. Now, what I have here is an ATG gun that my husband actually, what he did was he put a wooden, he made this, he cut this out and he put this in here to hold this tape because it's narrower than my other one. And I was using it at first, you know, we bought the narrow strip because I use these all the time. And I thought, oh, it was falling out. So he fixed it for me. He's very clever that way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this strip And I'm just gonna, can you see that? Yeah, I'm gonna just put it on the top. Sometimes it doesn't work. I mean, you know, both of these. I'm not just saying this one. Sometimes it kind of, because you have to hold it down. You have to hold it pretty far down, see? And it works better. You have to hold it down. Okay, so I'm just going to put it on the top. And I'm going to put it, I want to make sure I put it the right place. So it looks like it's filling all the jar. And there we go. Now, how pretty is that? Now, I thought that it needed a little something here and a little something here. So what we're going to do is we're going to, now these are some other stickers that I have. I'm sorry, I don't know where I got these. They were two by themselves. I must have threw the top part out, but they're so beautiful. I just love them. So I think on this one, oh, which one do I want to use? I think this would be pretty. This heart here. So let's use this one. Put it like right here or here. I think right here. I think that looks pretty, don't you? I love that. Okay, now let's put some hearts down here. Now, before I got on camera, these little hearts that I had, like I say, don't throw anything out, because what I did is I actually cut one of these little hearts out. We're going to put one down here. I know they're very little and it might be hard to get on, but I wanted to use them. So let's try. Got a little there. Let's see. Oh my goodness. I'm using this because I don't have to ever worry about things falling off. This ATG gun tape is absolutely the best. All right, now, I mean, it's really hard to get this so little, but I'm going to do it anyway. All right, I just need a little bit more. Let me see if I got enough. And you have to make sure you push it down all underneath. There. Okay, so let's see. Sort of like one is outside there. They left it outside, right? Kind of fell when they put it in the jar, maybe. And then, let's see. I have some other little hearts that I think I'll use. Well, you know what? These are little hearts here. I think I'll use the gold one here. I think these would be pretty. Let's see if this is going to work. They stick to my fingers. They're so little. Very intricate detail. And then one more. Oh, I think I'll put a red one on there. Little red one. There we go. So, here's what we got. Isn't that pretty? Do you like it? But there's one more detail that I think I want to do. I thought is, instead of just having the jar sitting on nothing or whatever, we're going to make it look like it has a little shadow. It's creating a little shadow, and I think I'm going to use my number 2 because I got to go around the hearts. And I'm going to pick up some Payne's Gray. Let's see if it's going to be, yeah, I need to, okay, it needs water. Payne's Gray needs water to make it gray. Okay. There, that's better. All right, and I'm just going to go around and make like a shadow here. Going to go around my little hearts. There we go, like it's like the jars, you know, creating a shadow. There we go. And then the hearts are creating a shadow. Now it looks grounded to me. Okay, and I'm gonna let that dry. And this is not watercolor paper, but I can do just a little bit, you know. So I like that. And there's my card. And what these cards are gonna go on are, let me see if I can find my present. Oh yeah, I made, now you'll probably want to, oh, please do go to see my video. I made inside, you'll see on my video, there's hearts. We're actually going to make one today. And so you'll actually see what's basically in here. But and I'll show you later. But so I made 5 of these, and I don't want to put this inside here, but it's going to be right here inside, and I'm going to tuck it in here. And then I'm actually going to put the couple's names on here. I thought that would be really cute. So I'm so excited. I think I'll just leave it at just showing you one today instead of the 2, because this takes quite a bit of time, and I want to get on to, oh, I'm so glad I got that done today to show you that. I think they're just so pretty. So this was gonna be my other one, and then you can visualize how that's gonna be, right? So I think they're gonna be so cute. I just love them. Okay, but I want to go on. There's one more thing that I want to show you, and I wasn't actually going to show this, but I need to get this done because it's for one of my granddaughters. I have 3 granddaughters that are similar in age. 2 of them are 8, and or let's see, yeah, 2 of them are 8, and then one of them is 7. And so whenever I give gifts, I like to get those 3 granddaughters similar gifts, you know. But I only had 2 of something. They were hearts, and they're going to sit on their dressers. And I remember thinking about this last year, that, oh, the store only had 2 of them. So I wanted to give my other one around the same age something in wood. And remember, last videos I've been talking about making these hearts and using the Daniel Smith watercolor ground. You paint them, and then well, first I drilled a hole in them, and then I painted it with Daniel Smith watercolor ground, which is white, to cover it so that I can paint on watercolor. Because if you just paint on wood, it doesn't adhere very well, I guess. I've never painted directly on wood with watercolor. I've heard that this Daniel Smith watercolor ground is the best thing you can do to put on your wood. So what I did was I made my design, and then I used my graphite paper, and I put it on this heart. And as you can tell, it was a little big, so I eliminated a few of and I made them smaller inside here. I actually had to take some of the graphite markings off, and how I did that was I used my this eraser here. It's called, you know, your kneaded eraser, and you just push on it, and it took some off because I went kind of beyond it, and then I took some off, and then I penciled some other ones in. Okay, so anyway, we're gonna paint this right now, and let's see here. I'm gonna use could use a number 6, or I could use a number 8 right now. Let's see. This is my number 8 here. I'm gonna go a little bigger. Just paint the whole thing this color first. And do you remember my other video that I made of my really big rose? Oh goodness, you're gonna have to watch that. Now, you know, when I make my videos, I don't edit them because I don't know how to edit. And my husband used to edit for me, but it took him so long. It took him like 3 or 4 hours to edit one video. And I used to make videos quite often actually. And it was just a lot of work for him. So, but one day when I do my videos, I want to edit a little bit. Like I love music sometimes at the beginning or the ending of a video. And then I love, like I might do some voiceovers, they call them, like when you paint and then you talk about how you did it and you can see the whole painting, you know, you go a little faster. I don't know how to do that yet. I'm learning things by myself. But anyway, so that's why, you know, you never see all of my total paintings, you know. But anyway, all right, I am going to dry this. I'm going to put my scissors on there. So I hope that you can, I hope I'm painting so that you can see everything. Okay, so that was my number 8. Now I think I want to use my number 6. Okay, so I'm using my Winsor Newton Cotman paints like I used in the other couple videos when I made my big rose. And now I'm going to go and make some shadow looking areas here, like maybe in the middle. Sort of where the petals crease are going to be where the shadows are. I'm going to bring them out slightly. So like this would be a nice video to voice over and kind of speed it up. So what this color is a it's a permanent rose and also mauve in here. And like I remember talking about my paints and just talking about how I use these which are student grade, and I also use I use student grade on like 2% of my fine art work, but I use my M-gram paints on my other paintings because my M-grams have honey in them and they don't dry out, and you can get like the paint part is like they're more saturated. You can get a deeper color. Let's see, where's my petal here? So I'll go here. But I do like these a lot. I picked them up last year and I'm really liking them a lot. All right, so now I'm going to go in with my more of just my permanent rose. I'm going to dry this a little bit. Okay, let's start right here with some of these petals here. Just going to kind of fill this in. Got a little too much water here, so you just put that on your brush. Permanent rose. Want to leave some, you know, areas where it's light and some dark. I just love painting on this wood. It's just so satisfying to me to do this. It's looking pretty good, I think. All right, now I'm going to go in with my just my mauve. See, around here, this was permanent rose and mauve together. This is just my mauve. And I'm going to make things just a bit darker. I'm going to dry this between my glazes. Okay, and I'm going to define some of these areas here so the rose stands out a bit. The petals, I mean, you know. Not all of them, but some of them. So I'm actually going to make this darker, these darker areas, the shadow areas here and some of them. You can tell it's beginning to look a little mauve, right? A little deeper. But you still have the permanent rose look in there. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this, like, you know, my rose took, actually my big rose, you know, I work on it off and on, my work, because, you know, I have pretty busy life, actually, with, you know, with my grandchildren and my children, and then I'm busy with church things, and you know, my husband and I do things together. By the way, one of those cards is going to be for my husband. Don't tell him. I don't think he watches my videos unless I ask him to. Like sometimes I say, oh, Tom, I said so-and-so on the video today. You can watch it if you want. And then he'll watch it. But otherwise, so I won't tell him about these. Gotta get a little bit more water on there. He has a lot of, I make him cards all the time, you know. So he has a lot of cards. Excuse me, I gotta get my Kleenex here. Put a little bit too much there. There. And you know, I gotta tell you guys something. I haven't told anybody this yet, actually. It's been so exciting for me to see. He never liked photography, ever. It was like when we traveled, he said, oh, you know, I was like, oh, Tom, I'm going to take this picture, you know, because I love to take pictures of, for my work, you know, I take pictures all the time. That's my references, you know. So, so he got interested in photography about, oh, I think it was about 5 years now. Do you know, he's starting to make greeting cards out of his photography. You know, he does all my printing. He does our matting and framing too. He is, honestly, he is so talented. He's a past engineer, and so there is like, I don't think there's anything that he hasn't figured out. But anyway, so he's gotten into making, you know, oh, and I just love him. He'll surprise me, like, you know, maybe this Valentine's he'll surprise me. I don't know. And he'll make, you know, like at night when I'm sleeping, he'll make a card, and I wake up the next morning and it's so beautiful. And it's like from one of our trips, you know, like a beautiful like sunflower he's made. Oh, he made this really beautiful. Oh, don't you like this? You like this? It's turning out pretty good, isn't it? I love it. I think my granddaughter will really love it. Okay. What was I telling you? But, so, anyway, so, you know, that's what he'll do. He'll surprise me and give me a card, one of his cards. And he has the most beautiful sentiments in them. And they're just, they go along with the picture. It's just so exciting to see him so interested. It's really exciting for me. So, anyway, this video is probably getting a little long. So, what I'm going to do is off camera, I'm going to paint. I think I'm going to do like what I did with my rose, my big rose. I'm going to paint this black. And then I got this, you know, ribbon that I think she'll really like. And then, you know, then I'll give her this hanger so that she can, you know, when she gets home, she can hang it up on her mirror or a window or something. You know, the ribbon will tie. Watch my other videos and I'll show you how I did the tying and everything. It's just a really neat idea, I think. So I'm so excited. I think I got everything done. We just got, let's see what we did. Excuse me. Let me reach here and get what we did. Here's our, I want 3. I've got 3 of the hearts done so far. The heart balloons. And my wooden gift for my granddaughter. And we did 1 of these cards. And I'm going to make other cards. I might make Tom's over, the one that I, you know, showed you before that didn't work out very good. I might make his over. I'm not sure. It depends on how much time it's Friday already, Valentine's Day, right? And I'm getting ready. I'm getting ready for it. And I'm having a lot of fun. And I hope you are too. And happy Valentine's, everybody. Have a wonderful Valentine's Day. And thank you for joining me today. And I'll see you next time. And don't forget to check those other videos out. I think you'd enjoy them. Okay, bye-bye now. Have a great day.